A public nuisance, that's what some people in Sunnyvale, California call a boy with autism. Neighbors have filed a lawsuit claiming the boy's parents did not do enough to protect others from the boy's sometimes violent outbursts. The boy's family has since moved out of that neighborhood, but in a hearing later today, a judge could decide if the boy's school and medical records will be released to the people who are suing the family. So how could today's hearing affect all families who have children with disabilities? We're hearing from both sides. David Schwartz is an attorney and an autism advocate. He is defending the autistic child's family. And Lisa Giovanazio is an attorney who is defending the families who are suing. She has also represented autistic children as part of her family practice. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so David, let's start with this. The people in the neighborhood say that this 11-year-old, when he lived there, he attacked their kids. His parents didn't do enough to stop him, and he was a public nuisance. I'm sure a lot of people would describe a lot of kids as a public nuisance, but does it seem to you like they're unfairly picking on him because he's got autism?
They're absolutely unfairly targeting this young man because he has autism. And autism, they're making it seem like it's an unusual case. It's 1 out of 88, 1 out of 54 boys have autism. 60 million people around the world. So to isolate this young boy is really, it's vindictive at this point because the family's already moved out also.
Yeah, and Lisa, apparently the parents hired caretakers. The kid was taking medication, undergoing therapy, moved out, and yet the neighbors are still suing.
Well, you really have to look a little bit more behind the case. You know, if this case was in New York, it wouldn't even have legs. But in California, they have nuisance laws, and they also have parental negligence laws that apply here, which is the crux of this case. And that is what's going on. They're not targeting the child. They're targeting the negligent supervision of the parents. And only in California can they do this. Like I said, here it wouldn't happen. So it's on a state-by-state basis. So does it attack autistic children? No, but it definitely attacks the parents' responsibility to take care of the child. Right. And they have done things, but they also are claiming they haven't done enough. I mean, the facts are 11-year-old boy, autistic boy, approaching puberty, probably getting pretty strong, attacks a 4-year-old, shakes him, bangs his head, kicks him in the back. I think that was the catalyst. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
That does sound like a lot of kids in my neighborhood, actually. The lawsuit says the behavior included hitting other children, throwing things, and wandering into neighbors' garages. David, the family did hire a caretaker, but apparently, they were unable to control the kid.
This lawsuit is unconscionable. It's unconscionable for the neighbors to bring a lawsuit against, I can't even imagine. It's the first of its kind because no one would even think to do such a thing. Who would ever bring a lawsuit against the family of an autistic child with everything that they have to go through with this child on a daily basis? Now they have to face a lawsuit, and the lawsuit is completely frivolous. It should be thrown out.
The lawsuit, it's not a lawsuit against the autistic child. The parents are the people that are named in the lawsuit.
This will have effects.
It's negligent supervision. And I think that we have to point out on the benefit of autistic children and parents that this is an issue that isn't an isolated issue. There are aggressive children with disabilities. It has to be controlled and create safe environments.
Instead of making a learning experience of living with autistic children in the community, they bring a lawsuit against this child. It's going to be thrown out.
There's going to be a hearing later today.
Yes,
David
there will be.
and Lisa, thank you very much. Both sides, fair and balanced. All right, meanwhile, 28